Hello students, myself Miss Vaishali Dekate. Welcome to my channel. I am teaching you subject Maths 1 Algebra in Standard 10th. In this video we will start chapter 2 Quadratic Equations. We will solve questions from practice set 2.1. But before that, subscribe my channel by pressing subscribe at right side. Press the bell icon also to get my all videos of 10th standard. Second chapter, Quadratic Equations. In this chapter we are going to study about quadratic equations introduction. Then we will study methods of solving quadratic equations, nature of roots of quadratic equation, relation between roots and coefficients, and we will see the application of quadratic equation. Mostly in application we will see the word problems. So let us first recall what we have learned in our earlier standards. We have studied polynomials last year. And you know types of polynomials according to their degree. Which are two main types of polynomials according to their degree: linear polynomial and quadratic polynomial. When degree of polynomial is 1, it is called linear polynomial. And when the degree of polynomial is 2, it is called quadratic polynomial. This we all know. So here one activity is given: classify the following polynomials as linear and quadratic. So when you see degree 1, you have to write it as linear polynomials. So which are the linear polynomials in between given polynomials? See here, 5x plus 1. Here degree is 1. Nothing is there means degree is 1. The variable term is having degree 1. Here also 3x minus 1, degree is 1. So these two are linear polynomial, 5x plus 9 and 3x minus 7. But all the other polynomials are not linear, because here in this polynomial x square plus 3x minus 5, degree is 2. So this is quadratic. When the degree is 2, the polynomial is quadratic polynomial. Then we can see here in this polynomial also degree is 2, 3x square minus 5x. Degree means the highest power of the term. Whichever term is having highest power, that will be the degree of that polynomial. That this also we have learnt in our 8th standard. So this 3x square minus 5x is also a quadratic polynomial. And then last polynomial 5x square, here also we can see degree is 2. So this 5x square can also be said as the quadratic polynomial. So in this way we have learnt about quadratic polynomial in our previous standards. Now let us learn about the quadratic equation. Quadratic polynomial we have learned. Now let us learn about quadratic equation. So the standard form of quadratic equation we are going to see here. Let's learn. The equation involving one variable, very important, only one variable should be there, any one variable, and having 2 as the maximum index. There should not be the index which is bigger than 2, greater than 2 or smaller than 2. Maximum 2 as the maximum index of the variable is called quadratic equation. This is the definition of quadratic equation, which you all have to remember always. So what is general form or standard form of quadratic equation? It is ax square plus bx plus c is the general form or standard form of quadratic equation. So in ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, a, b, c are real numbers. Okay, they can be any real number, and a should not be equal to 0. This a should not be equal to 0. It can be any number, but a should not be equal to 0. B can be 0, c can be 0, but a should not be 0. If a is 0, then this term will not exist. If you write 0x square, means what? It is 0 only, and 0 means what? That term will not exist. So it will be bx plus c. So bx plus c, that means what? Degree will be 1, and when the degree is 1, it is not quadratic equation. So always see that maximum degree, maximum index should be 1. So a, b, c are real numbers and a should not be equal to 0. So ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is the general form of quadratic equation. Now let us see this activity. We will have to complete the following table. X square minus 4 is equal to 0. If we want to write in the general form, first term is given, middle term is missing. Middle term is only variable term, and last term is always a constant term, as we have seen here in the general form of quadratic equation. First term is square term, second term is having index 1, variable is there. In third term variable is not there, it is only a constant term, and is equal to 0 should be there. So we will have to see that which term is missing, and we will have to add the missing term. So here we can see first term, that is square term, is there. Last term, that is the constant term, is there. Middle term is missing, so middle term we can add. So it will be x square plus 0x minus 4 is equal to 0, where a is 1, coefficient of x square is a, which is 1, b is 0, and c is minus 4. Constant term is minus 4. If you compare this x square plus 0x minus 4 is equal to 0 with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then you will see that a is 1, b is 0, and c is minus 4. In this way we will have to compare, and we can write the values of a, b and c. Similarly, now let us see this second equation, y square is equal to 2y minus 7. We will have to write it in the general form. In general form, all the terms are on the left hand side, and right hand side there is 0. First term is square term is there, so we can write y square. Second term should be only y term, that means only variable term, variable having index 1 term. So it is there 2y, but it is on the right hand side, so we have to bring it on the left hand side. So plus 2y will become minus 2y, and constant term is also there, minus 7. So if you bring it, becomes plus 7 and is equal to 0, we have to write. So in this way we have written this given equation in the general form, y square minus 2y plus 7 is equal to 0, where if you want you can compare with ax square plus bx plus c, and then you can write the values of abc, or otherwise you can directly write the values. So y square coefficient nothing is there, means always 1 is there, so a is 1. B only y coefficient, that is value of b, is minus 2. Write with the sign. If sign minus is there, you have to write with the sign minus 2, and constant is plus 7. In this way we will have to write the general form and the values of a, b, c. Now let us see here, x square plus 2x is equal to 0. That means first term is there, square term is there, only x term is also there, but constant term is not there. So how to write in the general form? X square plus 2x, as constant term is missing, we can write 0 there, is equal to 0. Now compare with ax square plus bx plus c and write the values of a, b, c. Now x square coefficient nothing is there, means always 1 is there. B coefficient is plus 2. Sorry, x coefficient, that is b, is plus 2, and c is 0. So in this way you can complete this activity. Such type of activities can come in the exam, so you will have to complete the activity. Now let us see this solved example. Decide which of the following are the quadratic equations. So solutions are given in the equation. First equation, 3x square minus 5x plus 3. How to decide, how to find out whether the given equation is quadratic or not, and how to write the solution. So let us see how the solution is written in the textbook. In the equation, 3x square minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. X is the only variable. We can see only x is the variable in both the term. There are not two variables or three variables. Okay, there should not be more than one variable in the quadratic equation. There should be one and only one variable. So as we all can see, x is the only one variable, and maximum index of the variable is 2. We cannot see the index which is more than 2 or which is bigger than 2. So in this way we'll have to write the solution. In the equation, 3x square minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. X is the only variable and maximum index of the variable is 2, and therefore it is a quadratic equation. In this way we have to write the solution. Let us see the solution of these remaining questions. First, always see that whether the given equation is in the general form or not. If it is not in the general form, bring it in the general form and then write this statement. Always bring the given equation in the general form and then write the statement. So let us see the second solution. 9y square plus 5 is equal to 0. We can see here in the equation 9y square plus 5 is equal to 0, box is the only variable. Which is the only variable? We can see y. Only variable is y. Y is the only variable, and maximum index. maximum index we can see 2. There is no other index which is more than 2, which is bigger than 2. So 2 is the maximum index, and therefore it is a quadratic equation, is we should write. When there is only one variable and maximum index is 2, then it is a quadratic equation. Now let us see this third sum. In the equation m cube minus 5m square plus 4 is equal to 0, which is the only variable, m is the only variable. We cannot see any other variable except m. So m is the only variable. But maximum index, what is the maximum index? 3 is the maximum index. It is bigger than 2. So 3 is the maximum index, the only variable, but the maximum index is of the variable is not 2. It is not 2. It is more than 2. And that is why it is not, this equation is not a quadratic equation. In this way we will have to write the solution. Now let us see this fourth sum, L plus 2 L minus 5 is equal to 0. Two brackets are there. So first we will have to solve these brackets and bring it in the proper form. So we will solve first term from first bracket multiply by second bracket plus second term from first bracket multiply by second bracket. We always multiply in this way. First term from first bracket multiply by second bracket, plus sign is there in the first bracket, write plus sign. Second term from the first bracket multiply by second bracket. Now multiply L into L, L square, minus 5 into L is 5 minus 5L. So we have multiplied by L to these two terms inside the bracket. Now let us multiply by 2 to these two terms inside the bracket. 2 into L is 2L, plus minus minus 2 5s are 10. So these 5L and 2L are like terms, same terms. They can be added, they can be subtracted. Remaining two terms are not like terms, so we have to write them as it is. So L square is written as it is, minus 5L plus 2L. We can subtract sign of bigger number. So it will be 5 minus 2 is 3L and minus 10. Now this is in the standard form. L square minus 3L minus 10 is equal to 0. So here we can see only variable is L. In this equation, L is the only variable and maximum index, which is the maximum index 2. Maximum index of variable is 2, and therefore it is a quadratic equation. In this way, we have to complete this activity. Such type of activities can come in the exam, so complete it. Now we will solve the questions from practice set 2.1. So now let's start to solve practice set 2.1. Question number 1, write any two quadratic equations. We will have to write any two quadratic equations. Such type of questions are known as open-ended questions. Why they are open-ended questions? Because they are having many solutions. It is not compulsory that all of your solutions should be same. Each one of you may have different solution. So we know the meaning of quadratic equation or definition of quadratic equation. The equation where there is only one variable and the highest index, maximum index is 2, then only the equation can be said as the quadratic equation. So you can write any two equation on your own. If I write this equation, 5x square is equal to 0, is equal to sign should be there, and then on the right hand side also the constant should be there. So this is also quadratic equation because only one variable is there and maximum index is 2. You can write 9y square plus 3 is equal to 0. Only one variable, highest index is 2. You can write 8z square plus 5z plus 17 is equal to 0. This is also a quadratic equation because only one variable is used, z, and highest index is 2. So any equation whichever comes in your mind you can write, but you should see that in the equation only one variable should be there and maximum index should be 2, then that is a quadratic equation. So now let us go on the second question. Decide which of the following are quadratic equations, and equations are given. When we want to decide the equations whether it is a quadratic or not, just see that the equation should be in the general form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. At least the variable term should be on the left hand side properly. Then you can check whether there is only one variable and the maximum index is 2 or not, and then write the solution. Okay, so let us see this first sum. X square plus 5x minus 2. I have written the question as it is on my page, and as we all can see, this is in the general form ax square plus bx plus c. So how to write the solution? Solution we have seen in the activity from the textbook. In that way only we will have to write the solution. Always follow textual method. Okay, always follow textual method, so you will not have any confusion and you will get the proper marks in your exam also. So write the solution. In the equation, x square plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 0. Which is the only variable? X is the only variable, so we will write here, give comma, x is the only variable and maximum index of variable is we can see maximum index is 2, no other number which is bigger than 2, so maximum is 2, and therefore it is a quadratic equation. Therefore it is a quadratic equation. In this way, in 2 sentences we have to write the solution. Now let us see second sum. Second sum is y square is equal to 5y minus 10. So let us write it. Y square is equal to 5y minus 10. Solution. Y square is equal to 5y minus 10. These two terms are on the right hand side. Let us bring them on the left hand side first. Therefore y square, this plus 5y will become minus 5y, minus 10 will become plus 10, equal to 0. Now we can see it is in the general format where only one variable y is there and maximum index is 2. So write the answer. In the equation, y square minus 5y plus 10 equal to 0. Y is the only variable and maximum index of variable is index of variable. It's 2. We can see maximum index is 2 and hence it is a, therefore it is a quadratic equation. Okay, and therefore it is a quadratic equation. Now let us go on third sum. Third one is y square plus 1 upon y is equal to 2. So let us solve this sum first. Y square plus 1 upon y equal to 2. Solution. Solve the sum first. Y square plus 1 upon y equal to 2. Now y is there in the denominator in the second term, so we will multiply by y throughout the equation. It will be y into y square plus y into 1 upon y is equal to y into 2. So y into y square, here index is 1. So y raised to 1 into y square, what will be the answer? Y cube. Here y cancelled, we get 1 only, and is equal to y into 2 will be 2y. 2y bring on this side, y cube minus 2y plus 2y, bring on this side, it becomes minus 2y, plus 1 as it is equal to 0. All the terms we have brought on the left hand side and equal to 0 is remaining on the right hand side. Now let us write the answer. In this equation, which is the variable, only one variable is y. So in the equation, y square minus, sorry, not square, it is cube, y cube we have got. Y cube minus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. Y is the only variable, correct? But what is the index, children? Index is 3. So index is not 2. Maximum index is not 2. And the maximum index of variable is not 2. We should write like this. And the maximum index of variable is not 2. Very important. It is not 2. As it is not 2, hence it is not a quadratic equation. Therefore, it is not a quadratic equation. So in this way, first solve the equation, bring all the terms on the left hand side, and then check whether the highest index is 2 or not. If it is not, then the given equation is not a quadratic equation. Now let us go on the next sum. Fourth sum is x plus 1 upon x is equal to minus 2. Again in second term, x is there in the denominator. So let us multiply by denominator x and then check whether it is quadratic equation or not. So multiply. First write the given equation as it is in the solution. X plus 1 upon x is equal to minus 2. Multiply by x. X into x plus x into 1 upon x is equal to x into minus 2. So x into x is x square, we all know, plus this x cancelled, only one remaining, is equal to x into minus 2 will be minus 2x. Now bring this minus 2x on the left hand side. First we write square term, x square term, then only x term, that means index 1 term. So minus 2x if you bring, it will become plus 2x, plus 1 as it is on the left hand side is equal to 2. Now observe, it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. In this format we are getting the equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. First term square term, second term index 1 term, last term constant term is equal to 0. Now let us write the answer. In the equation, x square plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. X is the only variable. We cannot see any other variable except x. X is the only variable. And maximum index of variable. What is the maximum index? We cannot see other index greater than 2. So maximum is 2. Maximum index of variable is 2. So when only one variable is there and maximum index is 2, then it is a quadratic equation. Therefore, it is a quadratic equation. So in this way we will have to write all the solutions. Let us see next sum. M plus 2, first bracket, m minus 2, second bracket is equal to 0. Two brackets are there. So first let us solve, bring it in the proper format and then decide whether it is a quadratic equation or not. So let us solve the equation. We have to write the brackets in the solution first. M plus 2, m minus 5 is equal to 0. How to solve two brackets? First term from first bracket multiply by second bracket. Correct? And then plus sign is there in the first bracket, we write plus sign. Second term from the first bracket multiply by second bracket. Both the time we multiply second bracket. Here we write first term from first bracket, here we write second term from first bracket. Both the time we have to write second bracket is equal to 0. Now multiply m into m, multiply by m. M into m is m square. Minus sign is there, put the minus sign. 5 into m is 5m. Plus, okay, we have multiplied by m to these two terms inside the bracket. Now let us multiply by 2 to the two terms inside the bracket. 2 into m is 2m. Check the sign, plus minus will become minus. 2 5s are 10. In this way we have multiplied. Now here we have got like terms, so we can add them or subtract them. First term we have to write as it is, m square plus 5 minus 2m, plus 5m minus 2m, plus minus minus, sign of bigger number. 5 is bigger, so sign will be minus. So 5 minus 2 is 3m minus 10, as it is we will have to write, is equal to 0. Now we can see it is in the general format, proper format. All the terms are on the left hand side, equal to 0 on the right hand side. Now let us write the answer. In the equation, m square minus 3m minus 10 is equal to 0. Which is the variable? M is the only variable. And maximum index of variable is, what is the maximum index of variable is 2. We cannot see other index which is bigger than 2. No other maximum index, so it is 2. As maximum index is 2, only one variable is there, and therefore it will be a quadratic equation. It is a quadratic equation. In this way we have got the answer for fifth sum also. Now let us see the last sum, which is sixth one. Sixth one is m cube plus 3m square minus 2 is equal to 3m cube. So let us write here m cube plus 3m square minus 2 is equal to 3m cube. Okay, so I have written the question. Solution. Let us start. We write this equation as it is first. M cube plus 3m square minus 2 is equal to 3m cube. Now this 3m cube is on the right hand side. We will bring it on the left hand side. M cube is already there. 1m cube term is already there. This plus 3m cube we bring on this side, it becomes minus 3m cube. Okay, then plus 3m square as it is I write, minus 2 as it is I write. Now this 3m cube we have brought on the left hand side, so only 0 is remaining on the right hand side. Now we can see these two are like terms. Like terms means same terms. Plus 1m cube minus 3m cube. So we can subtract them. Plus 1 minus 3. What will be the answer? Minus 2. Plus minus will become minus and sign of bigger number. So 3 minus 1 is 2 and m cube is common variable. So we write it one time. So 1m cube minus 3m cube will be minus 2m cube. Remaining two terms we write as it is, 3m square minus 2 is equal to 0. Now all the terms are on the left hand side, only 0 on the right hand side. Now compare the equation with general form. What should be written? In the equation, minus 2m cube plus 3m square minus 2 is equal to 0. Which is the variable? M is the only variable. We cannot say any other variable except m. But the maximum index of variable is not 0. Sorry, is not 2. Why I said 0? It is not 2. Maximum index is not 2. We can see maximum index is 3. So as the maximum index is not 2, can we say it is a quadratic equation? No, it is not a quadratic equation, and therefore it is not a quadratic equation. So in this way we can solve this question number 2. Very easy question. Now let us see this question number 3. Write the following equations in the form of x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We have to convert these equations in this general format, and then we will have to write the values of a, b and c. That means we will have to compare the equations with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and we will get the values for a, b and c. So let us see how to solve it. First we have to write the given equation as it is in the solution. 2y is equal to 10 minus y square. So the square term and constant terms are on the right hand side. We will have to bring them on the left hand side and then compare. Therefore plus y square will become minus y square will become plus y square. Then 2y, after y square index 1 term should be there, so it is plus 2y is there. Then bring this plus 10 on the left hand side, it becomes minus 10. So we have brought this y square, it becomes plus y square. We have brought this plus 10, it becomes minus 10. Nothing is left on the right hand side, so it is equal to 0. Now we can see it is in the general form. So when we get the answer in the general form, equation in the general form, we can compare. Comparing with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So after writing comparing with x square plus bx is equal plus c is equal to 0, we can compare. That means we can write the values of a, b and c. Our variable is y in place of x, but a, b, c means constant and real numbers. So let us compare. We get what we will get. A means coefficient of y square term, So here no coefficient is there, means 1 is there. So a is equal to 1 we get. Okay. B is equal to plus 2 is there. And c is equal to minus 10. C will be equal to minus 10. In this way we can compare and write the values. Now let us see second sum. Second sum is x plus 1 whole square is equal to 2x plus 3. So let us solve. Second sum, x plus 1, sorry, not x plus 1, it is x minus 1 whole square is equal to 2x plus 3. So let us start the solution. X minus 1 whole square is equal to 2x plus 3. See children, here x minus 1 whole square, bracket square is there. So we can apply the formula of a minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. This is the formula which we all have been studying since our 7th standard. So we will be applying this formula. First term square minus 2 into first term into second term plus second term square. So here apply, it will be x square minus 2 into x into 1. 2 into a into b means 2 into x into 1 means 2x. Plus b square, b is 1. So 1 square is 1 is equal to 2x plus 3. Now therefore x square as it is I write, this minus 2x as it is I write. plus 2x, I transfer from left to right, right to left, it becomes minus 2x. Okay, this minus 2x from left hand side only, and this plus 2x we transfer, it becomes minus 2x. Plus 1 as it is on the left hand side, plus 3 transfer, it becomes minus 3 is equal to. Now nothing is there on the right hand side. We have transferred this plus 2x, it becomes minus 2x. We have transferred this plus 3, it becomes minus 3. So only 0 is there. Now two like terms we can see here. Same terms. Like terms means same terms. We can see here. So these are the x terms and these are the constant terms. So let us solve them first. First term x square as it is. Minus 2x minus 2x. Minus minus plus. But sign will be minus. So 2 plus 2 is 4x. Again plus 1 minus 3 plus minus minus, sign of bigger number minus. So 3 minus 1 is 2 is equal to 0. Now you all can see it is in the proper format, ax square plus bx plus c. So let us compare. Comparing with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, we get, what we get? A value, b value and c value. So a means x square coefficient, nothing is there means 1 is there, therefore a is 1. B means only x coefficient. What is the coefficient of x? We can see here minus 4. Write with the minus sign. If minus sign is there, write with the sign. Okay. So b is equal to minus 4. And c, constant term. Constant term is also having negative sign. So c is equal to minus 2. Now third sum. X square plus 5x is equal to minus 3 minus x inside the bracket. Bracket doesn't have any index. Okay. There is no square cube. It is a simple bracket having index 1. So we will be removing the bracket first and then solve the sum properly. So write the sum as it is. I have written the sum. Solution. We start writing the sum. X square plus 5x is equal to minus 3 minus x inside the bracket. Now first remove this bracket and then bring these terms on the left hand side. X square plus 5x minus 3 minus minus plus x. Now we will transfer these terms on the left hand side. X square term always write first term as square term. Now plus 5x again I am writing as it is. This plus x we transfer, it becomes minus x, and minus 3 transfer, it becomes plus 3 is equal to 0. Now two like terms we can see here, 5x and x. So we can subtract them. Therefore x square is equal to plus 5x minus 1x. Nothing is there, no coefficient means 1 is always there. So plus 5 minus 4 will be plus 4. Plus 5 minus 1 will be plus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now we are getting standard format of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we can compare. Comparing with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we get, what we get? A value, coefficient of x square, nothing is there means 1 is there. So therefore a is 1. B value, b is 4. And c value is plus 3. Fourth sum, 3m square is equal to 2m square minus 9. So let us transfer all the terms first. First write the question as it is. 3m square is equal to 2m square minus 9. Now transfer these terms on left hand side. M square term is there on the left hand side, write it as it is 3m square. Now this is also m square term plus 2m square. It becomes minus 2m square when we transfer. Minus 9 will become plus 9 is equal to 0. All the terms we have transferred on left hand side. So these are two like terms, m square terms. They are same terms. So we can subtract them. 3m square minus 2m square is 1m square. 1 we don't write. Only m square we will have to write. m square plus 9 is equal to 0. See children, square term is there, constant term is there, but middle term is not there. Middle term is missing. So when any term is missing, we write it with 0. So write 0 m square, sorry, m square, let me make the correction. M square term is there. So if the square term is not there, then this will not be the quadratic equation. For quadratic equation, square term should be there. Maximum index should be 2. So this is already there. So m square we write as it is. Middle term is missing. That is, if you compare this, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So this square term, first term is there. But this middle term which is having index 1 is not there. So that term is missing, and that's why we will have to write it as 0m. Write the variable of the equation. M is there, so we will write m with 0. Coefficient 0, m. 0m means 0 only. So we are adding 0. Adding 0 doesn't change any value of the equation. So because it is missing, we have to write with 0. 0m plus 9 is equal to 0. Now it is in this format. We can compare. Comparing with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we get. Now write the values of a, b and c. A, nothing is there means 1 is there. B is 0 and c is equal to 9. Now next sum. P in bracket 3 plus 6p is equal to minus 5. Let us solve. Write the question as it is in the beginning of the solution. P 3 plus 6p in the bracket minus 5. So when the bracket is there and outside the bracket, if variable or number is there, what we do? We multiply by that variable or number to the terms inside the bracket. So multiply 5, p into 3 will be 3p plus p into 6p, 6 we write, and p into p will be p square, we all know, is equal to minus 5. Now transfer this minus 5. Here we first write this p square term. Okay, square term should be written the first term. 6p square plus 6p square is there. So plus sign we don't put for the first term. Now 3p, after that only p term should be written. So here no sign means plus sign is there. So it is plus 3p. And now transfer this constant term from right to left. Minus 5 will become plus 5. And is equal to 0. Nothing is there on the right hand side, so 0 will be there. Now we can compare. It is in the proper format. First term square term, second term having index 1, third term constant term. Now compare. Comparing with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, we get, what we get? A value, a is equal to 6, correct? Then b is equal to plus 3 and c is equal to plus 5. Now next sum. X square minus 9 is equal to 13. Let us solve. Write the equation as it is in the beginning of the solution. This 13 is there on the right hand side. Transfer. X square minus 9 plus 13 transfer, it becomes minus 13 is equal to 0. Now these two are like terms. They are constant terms, so they can be added or subtracted. X square as it is we write. Minus minus plus, but sign will be minus. 9 plus 13 will be 22 is equal to 0. Now see children, if you compare with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we can have this square terms here. We can have the constant term also. We don't have this term with index 1. Okay, that means this term is missing. So we will have to add this term here. Therefore, x square plus 0x, always write plus sign, plus 0x minus 22 is equal to 0. Now we can comparing with ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We get the values of a, b, c. A, nothing is there, that means 1 is always there. B, we can see we have added the term, that is 0, and c is equal to minus 22. So in this way this question is over. Now let's go on second question. Next question, fourth one. Question number 4. Determine whether the values given against each of the quadratic equation are the roots of the equation or not. We have given the equations, and in front of the equation we have given the values of variable. Here we have given two values of variable. We have to determine whether these values are roots of the equation or not. How to determine? If we put in place of x this value, the answer of right hand side should be equal to left hand side, or left hand side answer should be equal to right hand side. That is important thing. If you all remember, this type of sums we have solved in 8th standard also, but that you will have to revise. Here I will show you how to solve it. In place of x we will be putting these values, and if it is equal to the right hand side, then this is the root of the equation. So let us see. This is the given equation, and two values of equations x variable are given. X is equal to plus 1 and minus 1. So let us solve. First we write left hand side of the equation. LHS means left hand side. What is the left hand side? We all know. On the we have to consider this equal to sign as the middle part, and then left side of equal to side is left hand side, right side of equal to side is right hand side. So we will consider this left hand side, x square plus 4x minus 5, and in this left hand side first we will put x is equal to plus 1. Okay, so we write put x is equal to plus 1. In place of x we will be writing 1. So that means what? 1 square plus 4 into 1 minus 5. 1 square is 1, 4 into 1 is 4, minus 5 as it is. 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 minus 5 is 0, and 0 is the right hand side of the equation. That means it is equal to right hand side. We are getting left hand side is equal to right hand side, and when left hand side is equal to right hand side, that means what? This is the root of the equation. This value of x is the root of the equation. Therefore x is equal to 1 is the root of the equation. Now let us check whether x is equal to minus 1 is also root of the equation or not. Again we will be writing left hand side is equal to x square plus 4x minus 5. Now we will be putting x is equal to minus 1. We will put x is equal to minus 1 in the left hand side. So wherever there is x we will put minus 1. X square means minus 1 square plus 4 into minus 1 minus 5 as it is. Minus 1 square is plus 1. We all know square of negative number is always positive. Here minus plus will become minus, and 4 ones are 4, and this 5 as it is, minus 5. Now solve. Plus 1 minus 4 plus minus minus sign of bigger number, it will be minus 3, and this minus 5 as it is. Minus 3 minus 5, what will be the answer? It will be minus 8. Minus minus will become plus and sign will be minus. Now see children, we are getting answer as minus 8. When we solve left hand side, when we put x is equal to minus 1 in the left hand side, we are getting answer minus 8. But right hand side of the equation is 0. We are not getting equal to right hand side. So we should write not equal to right hand side. Left hand side is not equal to right hand side. And when the left hand side is not equal to right hand side, then the given value of variable is not the root of equation. Therefore x is equal to minus 1 is not the root of given equation. In this way we will have to check whether the value of variable is the root of given equation or not. This full solution is visible properly now. Now let us go on second sum. In second sum, we have given this equation 2m square minus 5m is equal to 0 and values of variable are m is equal to 2 and 5 upon 2. We will have to check whether these two values are root of the equation or not. That means in place of m, we will have to put 2 first. We will have to check whether it is equal to right hand side, it is equal to 0 or not. If it is not 0, then it is not root. If it is 0, then it is root. Same way we will be solving. So let us solve. We will first write the left hand side of the given equation. If you want, you can start with this given equation 2m square minus 5m is equal to 0, and then you can write left hand side. Left hand side is equal to 2m square minus 5m. Now we will put m is equal to 2 first. Okay, first value. Put m is equal to 2. So in place of m, we will be writing 2. 2 m square means 2 square minus 5 into 2. So 2 into 2 square means 4 minus 5 2s are 10. Okay, 2 into 2 square is 4. So 4 2s are 8, we all know, and minus 10 as it is. 8 minus 10 will be minus 2, sign of bigger number, plus minus minus. But we are having right hand side is 0 and we are getting right hand side is equal to minus 2. That means it is not equal to right hand side. Our answer is not equal to right hand side. As it is not equal to right hand side, that means what? This m is equal to 2 is not the root of given equation. Therefore, m is equal to 2 is not the root of given equation. Instead of writing given equation, you can write the equation m is equal to 2 is not the root of 2m square minus 5m is equal to 0. In this way also you can write. Now let us check for the second value, m is equal to 5 upon 2. So again we will be writing left hand side is equal to 2m square minus 5m. Now let us put m is equal to 5 upon 2. So wherever there is m, we will be writing 5 upon 2. So here it will be 2 into 5 upon 2 square minus 5 into 5 upon 2. Now solve. 2 into 5 upon 2 square. 5 square is 25. 2 square is 4. Minus 5 5s are 25 upon 2. Here we have to do simple multiplication. Numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. Nothing in the denominator means 1 is always there, we all know. So it is 5 into 5 is 25 upon 2 into 1 is 2. Now here we can see this multiplication is there. That means numerator denominator can be cancelled. We can cancel. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So we are getting 25 upon 2. And this is minus 25 upon 2. So what will be the answer? 25 upon 2 minus 25 upon 2 will be 0. Correct? 1 minus 1 is 0. 5 minus 5 is 0. 100 minus 100 is 0. Similarly, 25 upon 2 minus 25 upon 2 will be 0. So 0 is the right hand side of our equation. Correct? In the equation, this 0 is the right hand side. That means we are getting right hand side equal to 0. That means it is equal to right hand side. And when the left hand side is equal to right hand side, that means what? This value is the root of given equation. Therefore, m is equal to 5 upon 2 is the root of given equation. In this way we can solve this question number 4. Now let us go on question number 5. Question 5 is find k if x is equal to 3 is the root of equation kx square minus 10x plus 3 is equal to 0. It is given, x is equal to 3 is the root of equation is given. We don't have to determine whether it is root of equation or not. And question is not like this, determine whether the value x is equal to 3 is the root of equation. No, it is already given. That means what? When you put x is equal to 3 in the equation, answer will be 0. So it is already given. So we will put x is equal to 3 in the equation and we will find the value for k. So let us see how to solve this equation, this question. We will start the solution with this sentence. X is equal to 3 is the root of equation kx square minus 10x plus 3 is equal to 0. This is given to us in the question. So if you want, you can write in the bracket given. That means what? We will have to put x is equal to 3 in the equation and we will get the value for k. So we write put x is equal to 3 in the equation. So in place of x, we will be writing 3. First write the equation as it is. Small k x square minus 10x plus 3 equal to 0. Now in place of x, we are going to write 3. K as it is, we will have to write. In place of x, we write 3 and square is as it is. So only in place of x, we are going to write 3. Other variables, other numbers, constant, we have to write as it is, no change. Only in place of x, we are going to write 3. 10. In place of x, we write 3. 10x means 10 into 3 plus 3 as it is equal to 0. K. 3 square we all know 9 minus. Now we have done the square. We don't require to put square here. We already have written the square of 3. 10 3s are 30 plus 3 as it is equal to 0. Now k into 9 means 9k. We write always coefficient first and then variable, you all know. So k into 9 means 9k plus 30 minus 3. Both are the constant terms. So they can be added or subtracted. Plus minus will become minus. Sign of bigger number which is minus. 30 minus 3 is 27, we all know, is equal to 0. Now we have to find the value of k. That means what we have to do? We have to transfer all the coefficients, constant on the right hand side. And then we can get the value of k. That means this 9k first we have to write as it is. And minus 27 we have to transfer. It becomes plus 27. Okay, plus 27. We should not put any sign if you don't require sign here. Okay. Now, therefore, k is equal to this 27 as it is. This 9 we will have to transfer. Here it is multiply by. When we transfer, it becomes divide by. So 9 ones are 9. 9 threes are 27. 3 upon 1 means 3. And therefore, k value we have got 3. Therefore, k is equal to 3. So in this way, when the root of the equation is given, you can put this value in place of variable and get the value of other variable. Okay, let us see the next sum. Same method, only next sum is activity based sum. One of the roots of the equation 5m square plus 2m plus k is equal to 0 is 7 upon 5. 7 upon 5 is the root of the equation. It is same as it is fifth sum. Okay, x is equal to 3 was the root. Similarly here m is equal to minus 7 upon 3 is the root. We have to complete the activity to find the value of k. We will have to find the value of this k. So let us complete it. Minus 7 upon 5 is the root of given equation. So here we write, if you want, you can write m is equal to minus 7 upon 5 or only minus 7 upon 5 is the root of quadratic equation. So in place of m, we will be putting m is equal to minus 7 upon 5. So put m is equal to minus 7 upon 5 in the equation. So wherever there is m, we will be putting minus 7 upon 5. So 5 as it is we have written, m square means minus 7 upon 5 square plus 2 into minus 7 upon 5 plus k is equal to 0. Now let us solve. I will be solving here. 5 into minus 7 upon 5 square. Negative number square is always positive. So 7 upon 5 square. 7 square is 49. 5 square is 25. Now see here, plus minus will become minus. You can multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. 2 sevens are 14. upon 5 as it is, 14 upon 5 as it is, plus k is equal to 0. So this 5 and 25 can be cancelled. 5 ones are 5, 5 5s are 25. So we get 49 upon 5 minus 14 upon 5 plus k is equal to 0. So in the activity, whichever steps are required, write those steps only. Okay, don't write all these things. If it is not given, you should not write. You can do it in the rough, and then directly as this step is shown here, you have to write this step. So here we have to write 49 upon 5 plus minus 14 upon 5 plus k is equal to 0. Now we can subtract this. 49 upon 5 minus 14 upon 5. 5 is the common denominator, we write one time, and in numerator what should be done? 49 minus 14 plus k is equal to 0. As it is, we will have to write what is 49 minus 14. 49 minus 14 will be 9 minus 4 is 5 and 4 minus 1 is 3. 39 upon 5 plus k is equal to 0. Here we have to write the answer. We don't have to write 35 upon 5, because after cancellation we will get the proper answer. 5 ones are 5, 5 sevens are 35. So here it should be 7. Okay, so 7 plus k is equal to 0. Now this 7, if you bring on this side, it becomes minus 7. So k is equal to minus 7. In this way you can complete the activity. In activity you have to write the answers in the box only. Remaining rough work you can do on your rough page. Okay, during your exam you can solve it on the back side of the paper, answer paper. So in this way we have completed practice set 2.1. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.